Hi, this is Chris Cook with the Budget Guide, and today I'm going to talk about FAFSA, which stands for Federal Aid, Federal Student Aid. So what is FAFSA? It's a way for students to pay for their college expenses and their education, essentially. It's a federal program from the government to pay for these college expenses, and those include room and board, tuition, credits, textbooks, and anything that's related to your college expenses. And so you want to make sure you fill this out because this is money for your education that they'll give you. To do this, what you do is you go to your financial aid office, you fill out a FAFSA form, any other information they need. They send that to the government processes that, sends it back, and then your school will notify you how much you qualify for, what programs you qualify for, and whatnot. What you need to make sure though is to do it before the deadline. Each calendar academic year has a certain deadline, and you want to get it in before that deadline. And even do it early because this can put you ahead of other students in the financial aid and make sure that you get your financial aid. Okay, so here are the financial aid programs. I'm going to start off with loan down here, and the reason why I'm starting there is because it's different. You actually have to pay it back instead of just being given to you. It's also known as a federal student loan. It's the most common offering, and so just make sure that you understand that after you graduate or after you end college, you're going to be paying this money back. A grant, yeah, like I said, it's just given to you, and the amount given or whether you qualify or not it's based off your taxable income. And so if you file your taxes yourself, then they'll base it off that. And if your parents file taxes on your behalf, then they'll do it based off their taxable income. So if they're making more, then you're less likely to qualify for that. Scholarships, yeah, there's a bunch of them and a bunch of different criteria for that. So you're gonna just wanna see if you qualify for any of those. There's also a bunch of private scholarships that you can qualify for, so you can look into that. I'll actually put a link in the description about scholarships and then as well as the federal aid programs here. Work study, that's a different one, so pretty different. I mean, it's pretty much a job, really. You go work for a job and you make money and you pay for college. I mean, you could do that without doing the work study program, but the work study program specifically for your college expenses. And there's other benefits with that. And not even all schools do that, so you're gonna wanna ask your school if they do that, your financial aid office, and they'll tell you if they have work study programs and what that would entail. Study abroad aid, that's if you're gonna go to college outside the US. And so even if you're planning for one semester or your whole college experience and you're planning for that, just apply for that as well, because that can help pay for that, for your experience outside the US in universities or colleges there. Military aid, this can apply if your parents have been or are in the military, or if you're going into the military yourself, or you're in the military. So there's a bunch of programs there, and so if you're in the military or your parents have been or are in the military, I would ask the financial aid office about that, because yeah, you want to definitely take advantage of all the offerings there are and see how much money you can just get to pay for your college, so the burden's not as on you as much. So that's FAFSA, and so now you know how to get it and the program's available. I'll put the link in the description below. I wish you the best, and I'll see you next week.